Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you. So today is a super exciting day. I just got my delivery from Chef's Plate. So today's video is going to be an unboxing and review of the meals that I get. So if you didn't know, Chef's Plate is a meal kit delivery service where you can choose however many meals you want per week. I think it's up to 5, and you can get either 2 or 4 servings for each meal. So it is very similar to HelloFresh, and I'm actually kind of going to be comparing this to my HelloFresh experience. Because if you didn't see the video already, I did a HelloFresh review. I'm gonna put it in the cards up here and also in the description down below, so you can watch it if you haven't already. But I'm basically just gonna open it up, show you what comes in the box, and rate my experience. Let's open it up and see what we get. Look in the box, it looks very, very similar to HelloFresh. So, as expected, the meal cards are at the top. I actually forgot what I got, so let's see. We have Samosa-inspired chickpea plates with fried eggs. That looks so cool. Yeah, so it just has the instructions on the back with pictures, and on the front, all of the ingredients to make it. And the second one is buffalo falafel sandwiches with creamy slaw. This looks so delicious. Then we have white bean tortellini soup with Parmesan cheese, and then Cajun spiced halloumi burgers with baby field green salad. So this one looks very similar to the HelloFresh one. I actually got a halloumi burgers with potato wedges in the HelloFresh box. So I guess we're gonna make this and compare and see how it is. And the last one, oh, this looks so good. Firecracker cauliflower with jasmine rice. Yum, this looks like something that I would make at home. And what else do we have? Oh, we have coupons just like HelloFresh, very similar. Share some free boxes. Get a free box up to $105 off across your first 3 boxes. Okay, so these coupons are for $75 off your first box, $15 off your second, and $15 off your third. So they don't give you one full free box just like HelloFresh does. That's what it looks like under the recipe card. All the ingredients in the different bags. So they have all the ingredients here, and then they have a bigger bag in the bottom, which I will show you guys. So that's the last thing in the box. It says chilled goods inside, pop me in the fridge. They put all of their chilled items in here. So let's open up this bag and see what's inside. Ooh, okay, let's do this. So first, I guess we're gonna have to match these ingredients to the different things. They all don't come in the bag. So some carrots. Whoa, this is huge. This is a lot. For 2 portions, this is a lot of tortellini. And then we have some peas. What is this? Oh, they put eggs in here. That's so cute. 1 egg in there. I don't know why that's so funny to me. 3 eggs. Falafel. You know what? This is the exact same falafel that HelloFresh gave me in the exact same packaging. So they must get their ingredients from the same suppliers. And coleslaw mix, grated Parmesan cheese, and what's this? Halloumi cheese. Different packaging from HelloFresh, and they also have some seasoning on it, which HelloFresh did not have. So this is very interesting how all of these ingredients came. So those are all of the ingredients that came in the box. Guess I'm gonna have to match all of these with the recipes. I kind of wish they just came inside these individual bags, because you're supposed to keep these refrigerated as well. So I'm not sure if these need extra special refrigeration in the bottom of the box, but HelloFresh did not come like that. So that was an interesting unboxing experience. Just a few more things about Chef's Plate that I've noticed. Their website looks exactly the same as HelloFresh. Not exactly the same, but very, very similar. I'm gonna put some clips right here of how it looks and how I was able to choose my meals. Very much the same as HelloFresh. So you could choose 5 meals with 2 servings each, and you can either select or deselect which meals you want in your box. And the thing I really liked about Chef's Plate is that they had an actual vegetarian menu, like a full vegetarian box that you could choose. And they had maybe 6 or 7 options for vegetarian, whereas HelloFresh only had 5 to choose from. So far I like that a lot better than HelloFresh, and also the price better. I think that's it for now. Here is the first meal that I'm going to make. We are doing the buffalo falafel sandwiches with creamy slaw. So I'm gonna open up the bag and show you what's inside. Not in the bag, we have the falafel and the coleslaw mix. I'm not sure if we're gonna need these carrots, but we will see if they're included. First we have these 2 buns. Yeah, I will need the carrots. They are not in here. And then we have the green onions. So we have a bunch of sauces here. We have hot sauce, mayo, dill garlic spice blend, garlic salt, and a couple more things in here. We have pure liquid honey, 2 of them, and a white wine vinegar. This is the exact same packaging as HelloFresh, just says Chef's Plate on it, and 1 tomato. I'm gonna get started and show you how I make the recipe. So I've got 2 pans on the stove. In one, I'm making the buffalo sauce, just adding in some butter, hot sauce, and honey, and some garlic salt. And I actually made a big mistake here that I'll only realize later, that I fried the falafels and mixed the sauce and the falafels together. So one thing about this is that the packages are not clearly labeled. Let me get it for you and show you what I mean. I realized that I messed up when I was making the buffalo sauce for the falafels. It says to put in garlic salt in the buffalo sauce and then dill garlic spice blend in the slaw. So what I did was grab this one, which I thought was garlic salt. I put it in there, and then I realized it was dill garlic spice blend. And then this one's garlic salt. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit more clearly labeled, but not this one. So they need to be consistent with their labels because I messed up here, and now the buffalo sauce has dill in it. And then look at the size of these buns compared to the tomato. This is the tiniest tomato ever. This tomato could go for just 1 burger. So you're telling me I'm supposed to split this with both burgers? Okay. Here I'm just toasting the buns. Tip for you, I wouldn't toast them in the toaster because they actually ended up burning. I chopped the tomatoes and green onions, and here I'm just making the sauce for the salad, or the slaw I should say. And then I'm just putting everything together. I had to use my own mayo because they did not provide enough. The burger bun got a little bit too toasty in the toaster, I think because it was too thick to fit in there, so it was just burnt on the side. The coleslaw does not have the dill seasoning inside, and the buffalo falafel does have it. So we'll see how it tastes. It looks good. Now it's time for the taste test. I'm gonna try the slaw. There's tons of carrots in here actually compared to what the picture looked like. See, there doesn't look to be that many carrots. I think they might have gave too much. They might have given the 4 portion carrots instead of the 2 portion because they actually gave too much white wine vinegar. They said only to use half a tablespoon, and this one is 1 tablespoon. So what am I gonna do with the rest of this? Just throw it out? Like, they don't give exact portion sizes like HelloFresh does, which I don't like. But anyways, let's give it a taste. The slaw is okay. It's like your regular slaw. It did definitely need that dill seasoning that I did not put in there. So the burger has a buffalo falafel, a little bit of slaw, and some, it just fell on the floor, and some tomatoes. It's very salty. It's a little bit too much salty. I think my theory is true. I think that they give the 4 portion sizes instead of the 2 portion, and then you can just use half of the 4 portion size. Because I don't have teaspoons or tablespoons here. I just measured by what I thought, but it tastes way too salty, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that in the future. But yeah, it's good. I'm gonna finish it, but not as good as it could have been if the right portions were in there. Another day, another recipe. Today we are doing the samosa inspired chickpea plates with fried eggs. So this recipe says to start with the oven at 450 degrees and bring a pot of water to a boil. So I got all of that set up behind me. So this is actually one of the most hefty, heavy bags out of the whole kit that I got. So let's dive into it and see what we got. I see some greens. We have cilantro, coriander. We have baby spinach. We have a can of chickpeas, an onion, bunch of little potatoes, 6 potatoes, a lime, and some sauces in here. So what's this one? Mango chutney, Indian spice blend, and golden turmeric spice blend. And I also forgot 2 other ingredients that were not in the bag but came in the box. Some peas and 2 eggs in their little containers. This is so cute. It actually packages them really well and prevents them from shaking around, so good job, Chef's Plate, on that one. So this was quite a simple recipe. I was just cutting the potatoes into cubes, boiling them until they're fork tender, then drying the chickpeas from the can, pouring them out, putting all the seasonings on them, then roasting it in the oven until they come out crispy. And then I'm just chopping an onion and then just gonna fry that with the potatoes, spinach, cilantro, peas, and put all the seasonings on it. I fried an egg as well to go on top of it. I just did it until the yolk was runny, so about 2 minutes. Okay guys, it's now time for the taste test. It looks absolutely delicious. I honestly don't even know if I'm gonna finish this all. This was 2 portions and look at how much it made. Even there's more in this, so I'm definitely gonna split this with my parents and my sister because this is way too much for 2 people. Like, it's amazing. Anyways, yeah, we've got a fried egg on top. We've got the crispy chickpeas, the potatoes, the peas, the onions, all of that with the Indian spices. Let's dive into it. Oh, look at that. The fried egg running. Oh, it looks so good. Cheers. It was really good. Really good with the Indian spice blend. Really good with the chutney. I give this one 8 or 9 out of 10. 10 out of 10s, as you know, are very hard to come by for me. But this was really easy to prepare. All I had to do was cut up the potatoes, the lime, and the cilantro, and then just make everything. It was so easy and it tastes so delicious. This one's probably 9 out of 10. Okay guys, so for today's recipe, we're doing the firecracker cauliflower with jasmine rice. So we've got the bag here. The only ingredient that's not in the bag is the egg. Okay, what have we got? So we have green onions, 1 orange pepper. We have chopped peanuts. I guess this is for the top. Rice vinegar, firecracker spice blend. I think this is the breadcrumbs. And what is this? Soy sauce. Oh, the cauliflower already comes prepared. Interesting. And then we have the jasmine rice, more soy sauce, and sweet chili sauce. So it looks like this recipe is going to be pretty easy. I just have to batter the cauliflower, stick it in the oven, roast the peppers, and cook the rice and put it all together. This one was super simple as well. I just mixed the already chopped cauliflower with the egg and seasonings and put it in the oven. Then I just made the rice and cut the pepper into little pieces, seasoned with salt and pepper, and roast in the oven for about 10 minutes. And then I just cut up the green onion, made the sauce, and put everything together, and that was it. Alright guys, so here it is. I'm filming outside today because it's such a nice day, if you couldn't tell from my outfit and my hair. Remember this from Dollarama? I love wearing this in my hair in a high ponytail. But anyways, this is it. It looks so delicious. It made 2 portions that were pretty big. Like, this fits in a pretty big bowl. It looks amazing. I'm so excited to try it. So it's basically just jasmine white rice, then the breaded cauliflower with the chili sauce on it, and then I roasted some pepper in the oven with just salt and pepper. On top of that, we have green onions and peanuts, and it looks like just the best Asian inspired bowl. And it was super easy to make, honestly. So I'm gonna taste it all together. I'm always so excited when I try these new things. Like, it's so fun to make and so fun to try. And I'm sure you guys love seeing it as well. So, cheers, everyone. That is so good. It actually made way more than I thought it would. I like the crispiness of it. I think because of the egg and the breadcrumbs. The only thing I wish was that there was a little bit more sauce. But other than that, it's really good. I would give this one, I think, a 7 or 8 out of 10. Alright guys, today's recipe is the Cajun spiced halloumi burgers with baby field green salad. So the ingredients we have are a block of halloumi cheese, 1 garlic clove, and everything else in the bag. Sneak peek of what's inside. We've got 2 buns, Cajun spice blend, spring mix, 1 orange pepper, 1 small onion, and then we have some sauces in here, hot sauce, mayo, and white wine vinegar. This looks like it's gonna be another super simple recipe. We're just putting all the ingredients to broil in the oven, making the salad, and putting it all together just like that. So I started off by mincing some garlic and peeling the onion. So I just cut open this onion and look at it. It's like rotted inside. Yuck! Yeah, that was not fun, but the onion was still okay, so I managed to cut around it, and I cut slices of the onion and the pepper and just roasted that in the oven on the broil setting. And I also broiled the halloumi with the seasonings, and then here I'm just making the mayo, toasting the buns, and making the dressing for the salad and combining that together. I burnt the buns, guys. I left them in there for 5 minutes. So this is a reminder, keep an eye on your buns, otherwise this will happen. Look at that broiled halloumi, guys. So delicious. It's time for the taste test. It's a little bit windy out here, so I hope you can hear me all right. So this is the burger. As you noticed, I burnt the buns in the oven. I left them, I think, for 5 minutes and I forgot to check them. So they burnt like a crisp. So just be careful to watch your buns if you're going on the broil setting. I've never actually used the oven on the broil setting, so I was kind of surprised how fast it actually cooked it. The salad looks a little bit sad, honestly. The vinaigrette dressing was just white wine vinegar and oil and salt and pepper. So just your very, very basic salad. And then the burger. So this is a very similar recipe to the HelloFresh halloumi burgers. It looks pretty good. Interesting choice of toppings with onions and peppers, but I'm super excited to try it. So let's try the salad first. This is a huge salad leaf. It's just your average salad. Nothing to complain about, but nothing special either. I would probably add in tomatoes and other ingredients to make it good, but you know, it's not the main part. The main part's the burger, so let's give that a try. I love how it's Cajun spiced. I actually tried one of the halloumi pieces before it got cooked and it was so good. So I'm only expecting this burger to be even better. Cheers, guys. Wow. First, the bun is very soft, but that's because I used my own buns. Second, the very first bite, you get a hit of that Cajun spice flavor. It is so good. It's just the right amount of spice and it tastes amazing. Oh my god, I think I love it even more than the HelloFresh halloumi burgers. And it was actually way easier to make than the HelloFresh one. So right now, I'm really hungry. I'm gonna give this one a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I love it. So the last recipe that we're doing is white bean tortellini soup with Parmesan cheese. Now I was waiting to do this one for last because of 2 reasons. One, it's really hot outside. I think it's 35 degrees and I didn't want to make soup. And 2, I don't like beans. So we're gonna see how it is. So the ingredients we have are 3 cheese tortellini. Now they gave twice the amount that I actually needed. They gave 700 grams, which is the amount for 4 portions, and I only need enough for 2 portions. So we're gonna have extra. We're only gonna use half of this. We have a grated Parmesan cheese. We have 2 cloves of garlic, and everything else is inside the bag. So as usual, let's open it up. We have some spinach, crushed tomato base, cannellini beans, an onion, Italian herb spice blend, tomato sauce base, and vegetable. It just says vegetable. I think it's vegetable stock. I just cut the onion into pretty small pieces, roughly chopped the spinach, and then just fried the garlic and the onion in the pot. Then I added all the seasonings and the tomato sauce blend and pretty much everything for the soup, and then just let it boil. Once it came to a boil, brought it down, and I added the tortellini, and that's it. I wanted to make it a little bit more green, so I added a bit of arugula in there on top of the spinach. It looks like kind of a liquidy soup, but there's not too much liquid because of all the tortellini and beans in there. So let's give it a try. I'm kind of hesitant, don't know how it's gonna go, but let's try it. Cheers. Okay, this one is my least favorite recipe. Very underwhelming. There's not too much flavor, even though we added in crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, and the veggie stock base, and salt and pepper and onions and all that. It's not very flavorful, and I'm not sure that I like tortellini in a soup. So I would give this one maybe 3 or 4 out of 10. Definitely my least favorite from both the meal kit delivery boxes. I did not like this one. So those were all of the meals from Chef's Plate. I decided to film this part of the video outside because it's so nice outside. It's like 35 degrees, and that's the first time it's been this hot so far in the summer. I hope you guys can hear me. There's probably gonna be dogs barking. There's so many dogs around this area, and they all like to bark at each other. We call it the dog wars. But anyways, these were all 5 of the meals. So if I can find all of these recipes online, I think I'll be able to. I will leave them in the description down below so that if you guys want to try out these recipes for yourself, you can do that. I'm just gonna tell you guys my thoughts, and I'm gonna rank all of the meals that I had. I am going to give you all the details about pricing and delivery and all of that good stuff that you want to know. So I found Chef's Plate by searching Google for easy vegetarian meals to make. I was originally going to go to the grocery store and buy some vegetarian ingredients to make some meals, and I saw that Chef's Plate had a special for 5 meals for $2.99 for each serving, and I was like, that's a really good price. Only $2.99 Canadian per serving. That is pretty much unbeatable. Even HelloFresh wasn't that cheap. Although they did give a free box, Chef's Plate was cheaper in the long run. The total that I spent for Chef's Plate for this week for 5 meals, 2 servings each, was $37.92 Canadian with taxes and delivery, all of that included. I think delivery was free, and they did slash the prices incredibly. That comes out to be $7.58 per meal, or $3.79 per serving. $3.79 per serving is a very, very good price. Even at fast food restaurants, even at the cheapest restaurants, you won't get a meal for that price. For a Chef's Plate first box, that is an incredible deal. If you order 2 more boxes after that, I think you get 30% off or 40% off or something like that. It's still a really good discount. And in the box, it did come with coupons just like HelloFresh. But the regular price for Chef's Plate is actually $89.90 a week, so almost $100. So that turns out to be $17.98 per meal, or $8.99 per serving. So $8.99 per serving, I would say it's kind of average for a meal kit delivery service. I actually wrote an article for a personal finance blog about the best meal kit delivery services in Canada, so I know quite a lot about them and how they work and their prices. And Chef's Plate is actually one of the cheapest, I believe. I think HelloFresh and Chef's Plate are the 2 cheapest ones. So $8.99 a serving is actually not that bad. If I was living in Canada, I would consider maybe for some weeks I would get Chef's Plate, and some weeks I would probably skip it because $89 a week is a little bit out of my budget. But if I do recall correctly, HelloFresh would have been $100 and something per week. So HelloFresh is a lot more expensive than Chef's Plate. So about the meals themselves, The one complaint that I had about, I don't know if it's a complaint or if it's actually a good thing, I think it's actually a good thing, is that for some ingredients, Chef's Plate gives you the amount needed for 4 portions instead of 2. So for the tortellini soup, they actually gave the amount of tortellini for 4 portions, so they gave 700 grams, which is a huge amount. So you could make this recipe again if you buy the ingredients, or you could just make the tortellini by itself on another day, which is what I'm going to do. But if you don't measure the ingredients, if you just open the bag and put it in, it can be a problem, because if you remember from the first recipe that I made, it was the buffalo falafel sandwiches. I ended up adding too much garlic salt, and the falafels were so salty. Like, I almost couldn't finish the burger because it was too salty. But that was entirely my fault because I didn't measure it. I didn't have proper measuring spoons, so I just eyeballed it, and it turned out to be too salty. The other thing, it's actually not that big of a deal. I thought it was, but I honestly think it's just my fault for mixing them up, was the packets are not clearly labeled, or the font is really small. Older people with not as great eyesight might not be able to read the packets because they are written pretty small, like what the ingredients are. So you just really need to pay attention to what you're putting in there and making sure you're putting in the right amounts, and then all is good. And another thing I really liked about Chef's Plate is that all of the meals were more delicious, faster to make, and easier to make than HelloFresh. I loved all of these except for the tortellini soup. Like, they were all so good. I can still taste the falafel and the halloumi burgers that we had yesterday. That was so delicious. I loved it so much. I think I'm gonna have to do my own spin on it. Chef's Plate cut up some ingredients for you. So for the cauliflower bowl, they actually had the cauliflower florets already cut, so all I had to do was dump it in a bowl with the spices and seasonings and put it in the oven, and that was it. It was so easy to make. I really liked Chef's Plate. Even though I paid out of my own pocket almost $40 for it, it was worth it. It was so freaking worth it. Like, amazing. And the cancellation process is so easy. It's almost exactly the same as HelloFresh. All you have to do is just cancel your account. You can reactivate anytime. So if you're like me and you just want to try out a couple different meal kit delivery services, you can easily cancel it just like that and reactivate whenever you want. The delivery schedule is actually a little bit better than HelloFresh. They only take 4 days to deliver instead of 5 for HelloFresh. So I ordered it on Sunday and I got it delivered on Thursday, which was awesome. The final thing I'm gonna do is rank the recipes for you. I didn't do this in the HelloFresh review, so I thought that this would be a nice little touch. I'm gonna rate all of the recipes from least favorite to favorite, and I will recommend my favorites. So my least favorite recipe, as you probably already know, is the white bean tortellini soup. It was very kind of bland, and I needed to add more salt and pepper, and it was just, I don't know, I just don't think tortellini really goes in a soup. I didn't really like it that much. Next is the falafel burgers. I think I would have liked it a lot better if I didn't mix up the ingredients and if I didn't put too much salt, but I could see the potential. It was very good. And then after that was the firecracker cauliflower, and then in second place, these Samosa inspired chickpea plates. These were so good. Just the right amount of Indian spices and turmeric and everything, and especially with the soft yolk egg on the plate, just like cutting into it and the yolk going all over the food, was so good. And finally, my absolute favorite was the Cajun spiced halloumi burgers. Now this is almost the same recipe as HelloFresh's, but 10 times better. The Cajun spice and the hot sauce and the mayo just made it so much better. And I loved how they added onions and peppers on top instead of your traditional greens and tomatoes. So that's it, guys. That's everything for my Chef's Plate review / comparison to HelloFresh. I would really recommend it. Oh yeah, one more thing I had to say is that just like HelloFresh, Chef's Plate does not have a vegan menu or any vegan options, and some recipes are cheese focused, like the cheese tortellini and the halloumi burgers. Very cheese focused, so if you cannot take cheese or lactose or anything like that, these recipes would probably not be for you. And also if you're vegan or plant-based or gluten-free or whatever, they don't offer options for you, which I wish they did, but I can kind of see if most of their customers are not vegan or gluten-free, then they wouldn't offer that. That was everything. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. So I will leave the link in the description and also in the cards my HelloFresh review for you to go and check it out, and you could kind of see what recipes I made and how it compared to the Chef's Plate box. That is everything for today. If you enjoyed, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos like this, and click that bell icon to get notified every time I post a video. Alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.